Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're going to watch us from. We are the Digital Divas, and we come on every Wednesday to talk about digital business. We work online, and we are here to inspire people, women and men, to look into the opportunity of an online business. And today, well, I would just want to welcome everyone and we're going to chat of all about the online world. I'm Jose, and this is my co-host Tina. And let us know where you're from because we want to know where we're reaching, how far we're reaching. Chat with us. We've got a comment box here so we can see what you're asking us, and it would be great to meet you. So I'm going to let Tina introduce herself, and then I'll say a little bit about myself, and then we'll get started.
All righty. Good
Welcome,
day. Good
Tina.
after. Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening. Good morning, wherever you're watching from. As Jose said, today our topic is what's our topic today?
Uh,
Um, you had
I'll
it up
put it
there a
up
minute
for you.
ago. Oh,
Yeah.
there it is. Today, for those of us that are just joining us today, we just started a couple weeks ago, and we have a couple. I think we have like 20 different things to kind of discuss regarding digital business. I'm sure in the meantime, we'll be coming up with more. But basically, we're just answering questions about our business, surrounding our business, the hows, the whys, the ways to come in and do all the
What we
things that
want.
we
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Yeah. And today we're talking about like the defining moment that was for Jose and myself. And then, all of our other business partners, it was the different aha moment for them. But today we're
Mhm.
just going to discuss ours and give you a few different viewpoints on that.
That's right. That's all we're going to talk about today. But like Tina said, we have many subjects coming up. So join us every Wednesday. We don't usually stay on for more than 10 minutes. But we would love to hear where you're from. And if you have any questions, just put it in our comment box. And so I'm Jose. I've worked in the healthcare field for 35 years. And well, I'll just jump in. My defining moment. My passion has been to look after seniors all my life. I've done that for 35 years. And I've hopped between going to, working at a hospital as well as a nursing home and did some personal care. And then I loved it so much that I built my own retirement residence where I looked after three private clients. And so at that point, we had to close our doors at one point because of government regulations and staff shortage. Has anybody heard about that? And so I went back to work, and we still looked after two friends at home in our home, and their health was failing, and I was stuck at work, and there was nobody to replace me at work either. And then there was weekends and overtime and on call and, leaving in the middle of the night twice to go look, to go do my job. Then there was nobody at home to look after these people. So my heart was breaking and I was torn and I was praying. I literally prayed that there's got to be something that I can do from home. At the time, I thought, even if I could just do it from home, it would just be the cat's meow, right? So not even 2 weeks later, I saw an ad on my social media feed, and I thought, you know what, I am going to check this out. So I watched some information and did my due diligence, and then I had nothing to lose. I had nothing to lose. So that was the reason why I started an online business. And then I found out it's portable, which was like bonus. So it's portable, and they provide all the sales tools. They provide the proven system. That was another thing. Is this just like a fad going through, and it's not gonna be around very long? But no, they've been around for 9 years. They're celebrating their 10th year, and we're affiliated with a company that's been around for 50 years. And I know they're not going anywhere, and as well as providing a detailed training and mentorship, and of course, community. And yeah, as I learned the training and I continued to learn and spend time with the community, I realized that this is the place that I want to be. It has actually expanded my dreams and my goals, and some of those that I would never have met ever, ever, ever. So I was very intrigued, and I'm very happy to be in this business. So back to you, Tina. Any When did you
Yes,
decide?
well,
When was
honestly
that moment?
honestly, the flexibility of this business, like you said, it's location friendly. You're not stuck in an office, you're not stuck to a desk, you're not stuck, in a building. You can take your business wherever you go. You can carry it in the palm of your hand if that's the only device you have. It can
Mhm,
be done. There are things you definitely need a laptop for, but, virtually it's wonderful to be able to run a business from your phone because then you can
mhm,
just pick up and go wherever you want. And that was something that was really enticing to me because I wanted to travel. So when I
mm,
started seeing this digital business come up online for myself, it brought me back to the days where I had my own cleaning business and I had that
mm,
flexibility and I
mhm.
was able to take care of my grandmother. And I'm so thankful and grateful for that. So, like you, that's something that you want to do and you love to do that. I was able to do that with my flexible business that I had back then. And I was looking for that again, but I didn't want to necessarily do that. I wanted to be able to work a business and to be able to travel, save for
Yeah.
retirement, and, just live a more fulfilled, productive life, right? And
Mhm.
I looked at it a couple of times, and I talked about this at the beginning. We had to put it down because we had committed to a job, so we wanted to see that through. And then finally, we moved in the height of when the world shut down, and we
Mm,
relocated, and I got to really reassess some things about in my life and
yeah.
what was going on in the world. And it came up again. I saw the ad again, and the person I saw, she was just like ticking off all the boxes, saying all the right things. She was
Mm,
working, as a public servant. I had just acquired a job as a public servant. Um, I'm still working full time, but I can make this work. I can work on this when I'm not working my full time job. But she
right.
said, she needed to save for retirement. She wanted more time to spend with her grandkids. I don't have grandkids, but, that day could happen, right? So I wanna be able to have that when, the freedom to be able to do
Yep.
that. And, just spending more time with family and friends and doing the things you love to do. I wanna do what I want, where I want, when I want.
Exactly. That's it in a nutshell right there, eh?
So that was kind of my defining moment. So I watched the webinar and I listened to the testimonials, and I did listen to it more than once. So I knew that this was global. So I was listening to people all over the world, all walks of life.
Mhm.
It didn't matter. Like we were listening to lawyers, doctors, nurses, teachers, telling their testimonies and realizing that we're all on the same wavelength. All want the same thing. We want to have that flexibility and freedom
Yeah.
to be able to, create something for ourselves that we could pass on to family if we wanted or whatever. And just have that flexibility to be able to come and go, right? So
Absolutely.
finally, I also there is a fee to get a more of like an insider look of the
Mhm.
business model and then the products that you would glean your commissions on. And I showed it to my husband after watching it a few times. And once he said, "You know what? I'm in." Because we wanted the products in our life. We wanted the products that we were investing in our life because
Mhm.
it benefits our health and it's great commission. And like you
Yeah.
said, the company's been in business. Well, this year it'll be 51 years, right? And
Mhm.
they're not going anywhere.
No.
Yeah, and they're gold seal approved.
They're
So,
worldwide. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
exactly. You
So,
know
yeah,
something that
that
Oh,
was really
sorry.
the defining moment for me. So, I basically
Yeah,
showed my husband and he said, "Okay, let's do this."
yeah.
He's my silent partner.
Yeah, that's who I have too. I have a silent partner. He's definitely supportive, as far as there's a few expenses along the way, like just the advertising and that. So and he is encouraging me, right? So um something I wanted to mention was that I'm reminded every day why I'm doing this business, not for myself, but for what I see going on in the world, right? There are cutbacks. There are, prices are going up. Car dealerships or manufacturers don't even know if they're going to exist next year. Are we moving? Are we staying? Do we have a job? It goes on and on. It doesn't just influence my life. I want to talk to everybody out there who is feeling like,
The pinch
what's
is
going to happen
on.
tomorrow?
Yep.
Yeah. What's going to happen tomorrow? For us to
You
have
need
a
a plan
plan B.
B. You need a plan B.
And yeah, and don't get me wrong, like there's people out there that have some RSPs. We do. There's people who have mutual funds. We do. There's people who have a few dollars in the bank. We do. But you know what? That even doesn't even cover what we want to do when we retire.
Mhm.
Right? So if anybody out there is looking for a plan B or they just want to check something out, there's so much out there. So,
Yeah.
you know what? Reach out to us. We just want to have just a friendly conversation, give you a little bit of information,
Yeah.
and be able to give you some hope for
Well,
tomorrow.
yeah, and just a quick note too, like we offer 4 streams of income within this business platform,
Exactly. Yeah.
and there's 12 ways to invest. I counted it. I figured it out
You
earlier.
did. That's good.
Yeah,
Thank you. I'll
so
write that
there's
down.
like there's multiple ways on how
Yeah.
you can start this for yourself and build something
Yes.
for yourself.
Yeah. And there's different ways to be able to access the financing, right? So there if somebody asks if is there an investment, do I have to buy something? Well, every business has an investment. When we built our retirement residence, to look after seniors in our home, it cost us over
Yeah.
$500,000.
It's a
Excuse me,
fraction of the cost of investing in a brick and mortar though.
that was just the building. That wasn't the furniture, the food, right? So yes, this business is really very, very affordable, and it's for everyone, really. No one here there's no one that can say that it's not for me. If you want something that will fulfill some parts of your life that and the other thing is like people want money for retirement. Oh, I want that too. Some people want to spend more time with like I have a different goal, but every person in the business that has their why, okay? Why would you do an online business? Why would you get started in an online business? Some people want to save for retirement. Some people want to buy a big boat and be on the lake. Some people want to be in a
She lives
condo
by a
by
lake.
the lake. Some people want to spend more time with their kids.
Yeah.
Some people want to travel. I want all of it. Okay, all of it. I don't want to be restricted. And so my goals are as well
You said
to
it.
do
You said
some
it. You just nailed it. I don't want to be restricted.
I
Nobody
don't want to
wants
be
to be
restricted.
restricted. Nobody
Yeah.
should be
Yeah.
restricted, right?
Yeah. And in that lack of restriction, I want to do I have a yearning to go on mission trips.
Yeah.
And so I want to serve on the Mercy ship, and I want to serve on the different missions and also help out our church and whatnot. So you know what? The sky's the limit.
Yeah.
But just reach out to us. And I'll end with a quote. Warren Buffett. Does anybody know that name? It's really, really, really one of my favorite quotes because he says, if you're not going to find a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to work till you die. And we can see that in our world right now, right? You go to different stores and who's welcoming you? Somebody that's 80 years old, right? Or more. Like I know a lot of people that are quite getting up in age and they're still having to work because they don't have enough money to retire.
Yeah, because they're
So
working out of necessity.
out of necessity, that's right. So they don't have a plan B. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can work at this business at your own pace, and we would love to help you. We'd love to answer your questions, and we look forward to meeting each and every one of you. So we'll say goodbye for
Thanks
now.
for joining.
Yeah, see you again next Wednesday.